carry on as if nothing really mattered.
Oh my good Lord. If you closed your eyes and listened to that, would you be able to tell the difference? Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're up to date on your viral videos of the past 10 years, you probably know who Marc Martel is. And if you don't know who Marc Martel is, he is an extremely talented Canadian artist, probably best known for his likeness, vocally, to Freddie Mercury.
Mama,
As a matter of fact, he provided some of Freddie Mercury's vocal parts in the movie Bohemian Rhapsody. And I'm hoping that in this video, we can take some time to appreciate Marc as an artist, rather than comparing him solely to Freddie Mercury. Yeah, they sound a lot alike, but appreciating Marc for the talented artist and musician that he is. Without further ado, let's dive right into this video. If you're not already, I'd love for you to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Nick Higgs the Singer.
is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see.
Pausing right there. Oh, stunningly beautiful voice. Like, we're so lucky that this is just on YouTube. You can roll out of bed and press play. As you just heard on that final note, great access to that upper range, just seamless. And if you want an easy and free sound like that, you have to be singing more in your falsetto. It doesn't matter what voice type you are, sing more in your falsetto. Woo, woo, woo. You can hoot like an owl, doesn't really matter what you do, but we don't sing in our falsettos enough, and I feel like we need to. Back to Marc Martel, he has the style down better than anyone else on the planet. He's got that kind of quick vibrato that he can add in, that's very Freddie Mercury-esque, and then the way he shapes the vowels with his front teeth kind of showing, sometimes he tucks in his bottom lip to get that really Freddie Mercury-ism.
Is this just fantasy?
Right there, fantasy. There's a little shake there that Freddie would probably do.
Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy.
Listen to how he sang the word boy. It was like, I'm just a poor boy. And we'll go back and look at his mouth shape one more time. But now he's starting to add some of that Freddie Mercury compression or that sort of distortion sound in his voice. Freddie Mercury, as does Marc Martel, have a very clean and clear voice. And then they can add that sort of raspy sound when they want it to. And I don't know this for sure, but I have a feeling that Marc Martel would be really good at impressions. It's very clear that he's got an incredible musical ear because he can imitate Freddie in a certain way, to a certain extent, I should say, because his voice just sounds very familiar, very similar to Freddie's.
I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah. Oh my God. I get goosebumps listening to it. I grew up listening to the old Queen albums. I mean, I was born in 1997, so it wasn't really my era. I grew up in the early 2000s. But my siblings and my parents, they all listened to Queen because I'm much younger than all of them. And so I listened to a lot of Freddie. It's one of those voices that you instantly recognize. And I think that's why Marc Martel is probably the most well-known. It's not impressionist or anything like that, because I don't want to demean or negate any of the talented work and hard work that Marc Martel has been doing, but it's a recognizable voice. You instantly know it's Freddie because there are certain qualities of the voice that you just instantly recognize. One of which is that kind of half breathy tone that Freddie uses at the ends of phrases. Listen to the end of this last phrase and listen for that sort of breathy cutoff that he does. Specifically the word doesn't. Listen to how breathy that is.
Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me.
right there too.
Just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away.
Just before the mama part, because that's a big epic moment that I don't want to skip over. But now that I've mentioned that breathy quality of his voice, that's all I can hear. So that's where the impression comes in my opinion. And this is where Marc Martel is singing in the style of Freddie Mercury very clearly. I'm struggling to find the right word because impression isn't the right one. I think that demeans and negates what Marc Martel is doing, and it kind of diminishes his talent a bit. Just say, oh, he's just doing an impression of Freddie Mercury. Yeah, but not really. He's a talented singer that can sound like Freddie Mercury and can do stylistic things that match. It's like when someone does a Shakira impression. They go back in the throat, to be together, because she sings far back in the throat. Whereas this is kind of similar to that, but I don't want to diminish what Marc Martel's doing. And at some point in this video, we also need to talk about his piano skills, because to be able to play for yourself and sing and actually sound good while playing the piano, have a good tone, all that stuff, takes a lot of skill. And there's no backing track. He's playing it all and singing it live. It just doesn't get any better than that.
Thrown it all away, Mama. Ooh, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really mattered.
Oh my good Lord. What a talented person. Like, my God. I listened to some of the pop stars of 2024, the songs that come out and the people who perform at the Oscars or at these award shows. And I'm like, where did they come from? Why are they here? You try to look for the talent. I'm not trying to be rude here, but you sort of like, huh? What? They must have money or something. But then you go on YouTube and you listen to someone like Marc Martel, who has talent through the roof. And you wonder how they're not more famous than they already are. Another obvious Freddie Mercury quality is the ooh vowel. Instead of ooh, which we might do in choir, a bit more round, it's ooh, a little bit more compressed in the mouth, a bit more crunched, but it sounds exactly like what Freddie Mercury would do. So these are the kinds of things that Marc Martel, I'm sure, has imitated and studied in Freddie's voice, so he can then replicate that. So two things I want you to listen for. Listen for that ooh vowel, ooh. The second thing is listen for that ah vowel where he tucks the lips underneath the bottom teeth. It's a very interesting way of making a vowel, but it works.
Mama, ooh, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really mattered.
So he completely forgoes the diphthong of tomorrow. We don't get that. We get tomorrow, and it's very in your face, which is rock, right? That's a rock style of singing, and that's what Queen is. Every famous singer has their collection of unique things that they do. And Freddie Mercury, and Marc Martel as well, have this collection of the way they say vowels, the way they taper off at the ends of phrases, the way they whatever, to make them sound like what they sound like. Billie Eilish, for example, breathy tone. She can access that really easily. That's part of her unique sound.
I'm sad again, but don't tell my boyfriend.
Miley Cyrus, who's actually a very interesting case, where she had that kind of young Disney sound to start, and then she had some vocal damage, things went wrong. So now her voice is a bit deeper, raspier, and that's part of her unique sound. Or you think of a singer like Elvis, incredibly famous, incredibly easy to recognize. He's got that low kind of rounded sound, quick vibrato. It's a combination of these things that make singers sound unique and easy to spot.
first call sent shivers down my spine. Body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth.
I'm just blown away. Sorry to pause it right before such an epic moment, but I'm really impressed and blown away with just the ease in which he can access different parts of his voice. So most of the time he's in that kind of chest voice place, right? And within that chest voice, he sprinkles on all these ingredients. Sometimes there's distortion or a bit of compression, maybe a bit of breathiness in the chest voice. And then as he goes higher into that head voice mix space, he loves to use that breathy tone quality. Listen to the way he sings, goodbye, everybody. That's all in here, really strong tone. And then I've got to go. He flips up into that head voice. Here we go.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go.
Yeah, so it sounds beautiful in both registers. And when I work with singers, and that's what I do on a daily basis, as I work with young and old singers and all these different experience levels. And kind of the universal thing that people want is the ability to sing well in the chest voice, but also sing well and sing beautifully in the higher parts of their voice. And it's hard to find that ease and that comfort transitioning between the two. But the more you sing in your falsetto, and the more you practice this kind of thing, the better you'll get. And I think Marc Martel has spent thousands and thousands and thousands of hours over the course of his career improving and trying to perfect that ease between the registers. It's just sublime.
Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, ooh, I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all.
Oh, the amount of passion that has gone into this cover that he just posted on YouTube is mind-boggling. One thing we haven't talked about is the text. I understand every single word perfectly. So I haven't even had to mention it. I haven't had to talk about it. I haven't had to think about it because he's presenting those words to me. That's such an important element of singing and of music, is being able to understand the text. I can't tell you how many singers I've listened to, and this is at high levels as well, where they perform and I go, what language were they singing in? That's when you know it's really bad. So does that mean we have to spit out every single word and work really hard to try and pronounce the words? Absolutely not. That's too much work. What you have to focus on is being able to sing the different vowels, E, E, A, O, U, with as much clarity as you possibly can.
I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all.
Woo. Go off, piano skills. I mean, piano skills through the roof. What can't this guy do?
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, 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 Figaro, Magnifico. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him his life from this monstrosity.
I'm like holding my breath as I listen to this. That's some difficult music making. You're trying to sing these different characters, which he's doing such a great job of, where it's his voice and then he's trying to replicate the chorus part that would probably be there and all the different harmonies while also playing the piano. At the beginning of this video, he said, "This is take one." And he went, "Not really."
Okay, Bohemian Rhapsody, take one.
Not really.
Warts and all.
My guess is that if there were a spot you were going to mess up, it's probably in this interlude, where it be the piano part, which is very difficult, or all of this crazy piano with this wild text and all the different voices, this is probably where he messed up. That would be my guess.
Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Bismillah, no, we will not let you go, let it go. Bismillah, we will not let you go, let it go. Bismillah, we will not let you go, will not let you go, will not let you go, let me go. No, 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 no. Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me, for me, for me.
And this is the headbanging part, right? I did an extremely cringy choral version of this when I was in high school, where we had to sing this in 4-part harmony or something. And then when we got to this part, we did like a headbang. It was very cringe, but I participated, so maybe that makes me cringe. It's so interesting hearing just the solo line for this section because I'm used to hearing the thick harmony texture in this part, so I didn't actually know what the melody was. But now I do. That's kind of cool.
Mia, mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me, for me, for me. Yeah. So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye? So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of here.
I don't know why, but in the back of my mind, I've really never thought of Queen as a rock band. And maybe that's just me being stupid. I don't know. But I find Queen has such a unique sound that they're almost in their own category. But as I listen to Mark sing this and I clearly hear the solo line, I realize how rock it really is. Like when he says, so you think, it's really like, I think. Like everything is kind of shaped towards that ah vowel. And it's really kind of in your face, almost as if you were eating an apple or biting into an apple. I think, showing the front teeth, which if you've seen the movie Bohemian Rhapsody, they talk about the front teeth. And I feel like I've studied this in music history or something, where Freddie Mercury had these big front teeth, and that is what shaped his sound. That's what kind of made the sound Freddie Mercury-ish, was that he had these two big front teeth. Mark doesn't quite have that, but I feel like he has a similar mouth shape to Freddie Mercury, and he can modify it slightly to get into that Freddie Mercury sound. And I'm sure there are many scientific studies on the anatomy of Freddie Mercury and how his mouth shape and how his face shape influenced his vocal timbre and texture. Take a break, sir. If you close your eyes and listen to that, would you be able to tell the difference? He's just got all of the stylistic qualities and vocal timbre qualities of Freddie Mercury down to an absolute T. Somebody says, his voice is closest to Freddie Mercury from anyone on this planet, period. True. Who needs AI to recreate Freddie's voice when you have this guy? Completely amazing. We should just use Marc Martel instead of AI. And this comment is great. It's a quote from Freddie Mercury. Do whatever you want with my music, just don't make it boring. A lot of practice and hard work and dedication has gone into this voice. You don't just wake up and sound exactly like Freddie Mercury. That undermines the work that Marc Martel has done and continues to do. That's going to be it for today's video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out my Patreon for bonus content and to support me as a creator. That's it. Love you very much. See you in the next video.